know a lot of you that watch me are on the more petite side. I always get comments about petite styling and whether the items I show and review are suitable for petite women. So I thought today I would review and introduce to you a new brand to me, a brand that is specifically created by petite women for petite women. Now I'm 5'5", which is about 165 centimeters, so I'm not technically classified as petite. However, I'm kind of on the cusp where sometimes if a brand offers a petite sizing, I will go for that one instead. I do find that brands just typically run quite long if they don't cater specifically to petites. So I thought it would be interesting to review Petite Studios for you today, show you some of my favorite items from their summer collection. Before I get into the items, I did just want to mention that all of the pieces that I show today will be linked down below, along with my sizing and the size I took in the item. They are also currently running a Memorial Day sale on their website, so you can get 25% off all of their pieces, no code required. So if you are interested in any of the items I show today, then make sure you go and pop over to their website because the sale is really good right now. I want to start with this dress because this is my favorite item that they sent me, in that it is so wearable. I've already worn this probably about 5 times and I've only had this package about a week. So I've had this on my body almost every day since I received it. It's a really beautiful dress. It's in this black and white gingham. I talked about gingham in my spring trends video and how I was really enjoying seeing gingham as a trend start for spring summer. So I had to pick up a couple of gingham pieces, as you can see, from Petite Studios when I saw there were quite a number of pieces in their summer collection that were made of gingham. So this is a cotton dress. It has a beautiful neckline, some really pretty buttons down the center, and these really pretty floaty sleeves. It has an equally nice back, so it has quite a similar detail, and then it has 2 of the fabric covered buttons on the back as well, and a tiny little cutout here, which isn't too much to the point where you feel too exposed. It's just a nice design detail. It's a midi length dress, and I would say it's a true midi on me, but it would also be a true midi on someone slightly shorter as well. And even if you are kind of on the really petite side, this would still not be floor length on you. It would still hit probably around the ankle, so suitable for lots of different heights. Equally, if you are taller but you really love the design, it's not going to be too short on you either, because it is that true kind of mid-calf midi. Quality-wise, I was pleasantly surprised by all of the items I received. Mostly natural fibres. I will leave all the compositions in the description box, and you can go to the website, they have them listed there as well. All of the pieces pretty much are also lined, so this dress is fully lined. It has a black lining, and they all have pockets, or pretty much all of them. All of the dresses that I tried have pockets as well, which I love. I suppose we should talk about the second gingham piece that I chose because it's the top I'm wearing now. This is a really pretty puff sleeve blue gingham top with buttons and a little tie detail around the neck. This one is really adorable. It's a nice cotton fabric as well. It also has a lining, so the quality is really high. I really like these puff sleeves. I'm not always a fan of puff sleeves. I think it does depend on the shape of the top, but I do quite like how this balances out my wider hips, adding a little bit of volume here. So I do quite like the silhouette, especially paired with some long high-waisted jeans that add length to my leg as well. I feel like the proportions are quite nicely balanced. So yeah, I really like this one. I think I got this in a large as well. I sized up also just because I didn't want the puff sleeves to be too tight around my arms, and I think this size is really nice. Again, it's not too big, not too small. There's a little bit of excess room. I've done a little bit of a half tuck here, but you could just wear it open as well. It isn't too long, so that's what it looks like undone. But yeah, really like this one, really impressed, and I love that I've been able to add a couple of gingham pieces to my wardrobe to participate in the spring trend slightly, but also these pieces don't feel too trendy. They're classic and timeless enough that I'm still going to keep them in my wardrobe once the gingham trend has perhaps been and gone. This dress is such a pretty one of my favourites from the video as well. It's a beautiful white dress, spaghetti straps, and this gorgeous crochet detail on the bust. It is a maxi dress and it's a really nice length as well. This isn't dragging on the floor for me. It isn't too short either, so again, it's going to cater to a lot of different heights, whether it's slightly longer or slightly shorter, whether you wear it with flats or with heels. I do think it's quite nice. It also has some adjustable straps on the spaghetti straps as well, so depending on the height of your torso and your bust, you can adjust those accordingly. Fits me really well. It nips you in at the waist really nicely. There's enough fabric over these bust parts for me, and if you had a bigger bust than me, I think you would be fine as well, because there's plenty of fabric there. It doesn't feel too tight or too skimpy, and then it just floats out. This one is also lined, and it has some more kind of crochet details in tiers along the skirt portion. I would say it's a true white. I do have more of an ecru dress here as well, and you can see the difference. So if you like a true white, you're really going to like this one. Perfect for beach holidays, perfect for summer. I can't wait to wear this. I'm definitely going to bring this abroad with me when I go in a few weeks' time. This particular dress I chose in the size M rather than the L, and I'm glad I did. It fits really snugly, and then it kind of flows beautifully from the waist down. So definitely, because I have a smaller bust, I wasn't too worried about these pieces being too small in the M. But if you do have a bigger bust, you could always size up to the L, because it is quite well constructed here. It's still going to come in quite closely, I imagine, under the bust, but if you want a little bit more fabric here, you could size up. Beautiful floral dress next. This dress really reminds me of some dresses that have been so popular over the last couple of years. These almost corset style dresses, midi length. It's got a thigh split, not too high, but nice to give a little bit of movement to the dress. It has a little bit of shirring in the back, so it can accommodate different bust sizes, and you can also tighten it with this little tie at the bust as well. So I was worried it was going to be too big when I first put it on, because there was a bit too much room in the cups for me, but actually once I'd pulled this tight, I can kind of make it work for my smaller bust size. So really like this one. It's got these tie straps, so again, they aren't necessarily adjustable, but you can adjust them because you can tie them to the appropriate height for you. Really like this one. This would be great for a spring summer wedding. It's so appropriate for that with the colours and the florals. Equally, again, I think I'm going to take this on holiday with me for an evening dinner. You can definitely dress this up with heels and a nice bag. I think it's really pretty, very spring summer, a little bit vintage feeling, which I always love, and yeah, just really like this one. Again, this one is lined fully, so you don't have to worry about it being too sheer, too see-through, too flimsy. It is none of that. I picked it up in a size large. I do think I should have gone for a size M in this because of the bust situation, and because it does have this shirring on the back. Again, it can stretch a little bit, and I do find that it's a little bit loose in the torso area, but nothing major. I'm still going to wear it and still going to enjoy it. This is the final dress I have to show you. This is an off-white, as I said, so this is definitely more of an ecru, a creamy colour. I think it's described as ivory on the website because they have this dress in 3 colours. I believe a navy, this one, and then an ecru, which is more of like a grey toned white, and then this is more of a cream yellow toned white. I really like the shape of this. I love these kind of necklines on me. Is this a halter neck? It's not exactly a halter neck, but it kind of has that vibe, and then it ties in the back. It's a little bit difficult to show you on the hanger because of the intricacies of how it ties, but I will show you some cutaways of the back because it is very pretty. You tie it yourself in a bow. Again, you can adjust the height of these straps, so you can have it higher or lower depending on your proportions. So it's going to fit a lot of different people, and then it is really just flowy and loose from the bust down, so you don't have to worry too much about the sizing. It is just going to be kind of very drapey, very loose, very breezy, and I really like that in the summer. I think it's really pretty. Again, one that could be dressed down or dressed up. I could easily see myself wearing this on holiday with just a pair of flat sandals and a basket bag. Equally, to go into the evening, pop on a pair of heels or heeled sandals, and it instantly feels a lot more dressy. This one is also lined, and it also has pockets, so really impressed with the quality of Petite Studios. All of the details feel really intentional. This one I picked up in a size medium. I knew it was going to be drapey, I knew it was going to be loose, so I knew the medium would do me fine. Last but not least is another top. This is a little peplum white top. I really wanted to try this because peplum is another spring summer trend that I spoke about in my trends video recently. One that I have always had a soft spot for. I've always loved a peplum. Yeah, there's something about them. I know they're a little bit divisive. Not everyone likes them. Not everyone is thrilled that they're back in style. But me personally, I do really like them. And I thought this one was really sweet. This comes in a couple of different colorways on their website. I think there's one that is maybe gingham as well, or a different pattern, but this one is just a jacquard white. This is almost a true white. I would call this an ivory. It's got really pretty rose buttons down the front, and then again it has some shirring at the back, so there is a little bit of stretch there to accommodate different sizes. Again, it has tie straps, so you can adjust these depending on your height, and I do think it fits really nicely. I got mine, I think, in a size large, Now, I got this in a size medium. If you have your eye on anything from today's video or from Petite Studios in general, then do remember they are currently offering 25% off everything. So I will leave the items I've mentioned as well as their website in general linked down below. Let me know what you think of their summer collection. Are there any items on your wish list? Have you tried them before? Are you petite? Would you be interested in more reviews of petite friendly brands? Let me know down below. Otherwise, I will leave some more videos for you to enjoy on screen, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!